What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. For those of you who are new here, my name is Erin, aka the Esperanza Maria, and if you're coming over from another video, hey girl, welcome back. So happy to have you here. So today, you guys saw this morning, I did a little morning routine. I like to kind of ease into my videos these days just because why not, right? Sometimes it's cool to just hop on here and say things. Sometimes it's nice to kind of ease into it. So thought I'd mix it up this time. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm not feeling great today. It was a really hectic weekend this past weekend, and this week I've kind of just been taking it slow, but I don't know, today I just kind of have been feeling a little sad. Just, I don't know how to explain it really. But nonetheless, I have to work. I took my days to kind of, you know, take care of myself and kind of relax. And today's the day where I've got to kind of pull myself together and get back to it. Actually, I'm not going to put my hair up. I'm going to use, oh, here we go. I'm going to use this. It's gloomy outside today, so that is only adding to my not feeling the best. But I wanted to hop on here and just talk to you guys about a couple of things. Do a little get ready with me chit chat moment. I have some sponsor content that I have to submit today, and it's like one of those things where I have to kind of show the finished result of my hair. So I wanted to talk to you all a little bit about going from straight or a blowout back to curly, and I had some products that I wanted to discuss with you all, but I'm actually going to do my makeup first. And I got a couple of new things / have been doing some different things with my makeup, so I'm going to go ahead and do that first, and we're just going to chat about some things, and then we'll hop into some hair talk, curl talk if you will. I just used the Fresh Beauty, this is the black tea kombucha facial treatment essence, so it's kind of like a toner if you will. It's like an anti-pollution, anti-age toner. And then I also used, I already put primer on my fingers, so that's why I'm holding things like this, the Dermalogica. This is the skin smoothing cream, and I really love it because it's super hydrating. So those are the two things I'm using, and then I'm just going to go ahead and go in with this Milk Hydro Grip Primer, the one that I normally use. It's my favorite. But yeah, so this past weekend really took a lot out of me, and it's interesting because when people say like, oh, I can't do things like I used to, like that shit is real, y'all. Like I really used to be out here like being able to wake up, go out, you know, hit this event, go to this event, do this, do that. And nowadays I'm like, I can do like one thing a day. And I don't know if it's a mentality thing or if it's like an energy thing or if it's like an age thing, but girl, I be tired, okay? I be tired. And I think a lot of the times when I do overextend myself, it manifests itself in a day or two or three of me kind of just feeling, you know, kind of down. Hold please. Okay y'all, I'm back. Had to take a phone call and get myself together because I don't know, today's just been one of those days where I've just kind of been in and out of like crying and being upset, and like now my face is all red because I was crying. So ugh. But anyways, let's get back to this makeup. I applied my primer. I'm gonna throw just a little bit more on because I just put some cold water on my face. But honestly, I think what's been going on with me is I just have been feeling a bit overwhelmed, and I haven't allowed myself to like kind of let my emotions out. And for me, it's because I am such an emotional person, that is not the best thing. It's better for me to just really let it out and, you know, feel my feelings, because if I try to hold them in, they just kind of explode. And not that I feel like my emotions exploded to everybody want to call me today. Hold, please. It's Kayla, y'all. Say hi. Say hi to the vlog, Kayla. Oh, okay. Is this the universe telling me not to film? I don't know, but I'm back and I haven't done anything. I didn't do anything while I've been on the phone because I really want to talk about everything that I'm doing. So, and I like talking to y'all. Anyways, then I'm going to go in with, this is the Milk Makeup Flex Concealer. So like correcting concealer, and I'm gonna start with my under eye. But I was saying about my bad days and just dealing with them as a whole. I feel like for me, on these days, I work really hard to not have them often, but nonetheless, you know, here we are having not the best day. And I think, like, you know, in my quest for good mental health and just maintaining a strong mental is like remembering that like these days are going to happen and like just not letting them, you know, get the best of me. This brand, quick pause on that, this brand, Female Collective, they sent over a bunch of their like beauty products. So it's really cute because they sent their brushes, which has like little sayings on them. This one says being true to myself, and this is the foundation brush. I'll use that in a second. But anyways, y'all, like I'm saying all these things and I feel like because I've had to stop and like restart this video so many times, I'm sorry if I'm getting repetitive with what I'm saying, but yeah, having bad days, they happen, and I haven't got the confidence enough to create a whole video on why I go through what I go through and kind of like the root of it. I will share when I'm ready, and I know I definitely want to create more content around like mental health and how I battle it, what it's rooted in and those kinds of things. But social media is kind of a scary place sometimes, and you know, these things that we deal with on a regular basis, they're really personal. So sometimes for me, like as open as I try to be on socials, sometimes it's really hard to really truly open up to like everything because it's scary, and like again, people can just be really mean. So I'm gonna go in now with this is a Buildable Blur HD Creaseless Concealer by Thrive Cosmetics, and I'm just going to touch whatever I missed with that other concealer. I'm just gonna touch up with this one. I've kind of been fighting with this one a little bit because as much as I love Thrive, like I don't know, for whatever reason, this one sometimes doesn't blend very well with some of my other makeup. So I'm just gonna use it lightly on certain spots, and I need to continue playing around with their products because I love it. It's like literally the perfect color to go with my skin, but I don't know why sometimes it doesn't blend very well with other brands. Like, I don't know. I'll show you guys. If it happens, I'll show you what I mean. But anyways, like I feel like this is as far as I've gotten in terms of like talking about my mental health, like telling you guys if I'm having a bad day, or like, you know, maybe sharing little pieces. But I do fully plan on doing some more videos like specifically pertaining to mental health, and like again, like just dealing with the things that I go through on a daily basis, but not quite ready yet. And I don't know, like I really, for me, it's really important to take my own time to do certain things and to not feel pressured or pushed to do them, because when I feel pressured or there's just a lot of like me not wanting to do it myself, then I kind of push back and I just don't want to. But I will, and I think it's a really big part of my platform, and I really try to focus on the other side of it, which is like trying to make sure that you are okay and that you do get better and stuff, but working on sharing the why things are happening, like the what is the cause of all these issues, I'm working my way up onto like into sharing those kinds of things. Y'all, I need to take this robe off real quick, so I'm gonna switch my shirt real quick and I'll be right back because I am so hot. Okay, boom, much better. But anyways, so what I just did, I'm doing, this is the light 2.75 Nars Soft Matte Concealer, and I use this one to go around my eyebrows. So I'm just gonna do that really quickly. I honestly want to get a different one of this one because it has a little bit more of a red undertone than I typically prefer. I don't know if you guys can see it with this light, but it has a little bit more of a red undertone than I typically prefer. I'm more of like a neutral undertone. But that's why I do it underneath of my foundation instead of on top of, and it works out fine. But I bought this with my own money, so I wanted to use it, you know, even though it's not like it's not horribly off, so it's good enough to use, but I didn't want my money to go to waste, and I could have returned it, but I didn't, so here we are using it. And this one, for whatever reason, like, I don't know if it's not the most compatible with my primer or what, but sometimes when I use like a brush, like I'll use, where is it? It also might be because my brushes are due for a cleaning. But sometimes when I use this, which is like a blending brush, it like, I don't know, it just crumbles kind of. So that's why I'm using the beauty blender instead to blend this eyebrow moment out. Anyhow, you guys, what I've kind of been going through recently, things have just been so busy with work. Like, I haven't even, the last 2 videos that I put out, I've been wanting to put out a video for the longest, but I was just so incredibly busy with like sponsored work for IG. And since that's my main platform, I do like to, you know, make sure that that work comes out as high quality as possible. And so other things sometimes suffer, like TikTok and YouTube. But I'm really doing my best to try and find balance between all of these platforms. It's just hard sometimes because I get easily overwhelmed. So when I have a lot going on, I kind of get like a little bit of tunnel vision / anxiety. And the anxiety just is rooted in like wanting to make sure that things come out great, but like knowing that because I have so much on my plate, they won't always come out the way that I want them to, and it becomes this huge spiral of like, I feel like such a failure and blah 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 blah. Which, I mean, I know it's really normal to, when you get overwhelmed, sometimes have those feelings. But that's why I kind of was just like, you know what, I will jump back into creating for YouTube when it feels good, when it feels right, when I don't feel so overwhelmed, and here I am. So I'm doing it, and I'm back at it, and I feel good about it. So we are here. I'm using, I feel like I haven't really switched up my products too much. I'm gonna be using a couple of new things when I get to like my eyes and my lashes and stuff. But for my base, I haven't switched up too much. So I think I'm actually gonna go ahead and just finish up my base real quick, and then I will come back to you all to talk more about what new stuff I'm kind of using on my eyes, my lashes, my lip, and I'll be right back. Okay, y'all. I literally just had to like low-key start over, but we fixed the problem. I was having some issues with like my makeup crumbling, and I couldn't figure it out, but I think I figured out. So I bought, where is it? Oh, it's right here. I bought the Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation. I bought it, but I started using the Milk Makeup Primer shortly after that, and love the Milk Makeup Primer for certain foundations, but I guess these two, just the texture of this, they just don't mesh well. So I just took off the layer of foundation that I had on. I originally had on the Clinique Even Better Clinical foundation, serum foundation, and the Nars, this is the Sheer Glow foundation in Light 5, and I normally mix those together, and they normally pair well with the Milk Makeup Primer, but for whatever reason today, the crumbling was like pretty bad. So I just took all that off. I didn't take off my eyebrows, but I just took off that where I could around, and I let my skin calm down for a second. Literally, it's taken me 5 hours to do my makeup today because of all the calls and all this stuff. But anyways, so I think I'm either gonna have to find a different primer to go underneath the Tarte, or I'm just gonna do the Tarte with no primer from now on, because it matches really well. I don't know if you guys can see well in this light, but it matches. I look pasty either way, so it doesn't really matter, but it matches pretty well with my skin. And that was the reason that I bought it, because it matched really well with my complexion, almost perfectly actually. And I stopped using it because it wasn't pairing well with the primer that I was using. I thought it was just the foundation. I was like, must be my skin, the foundation, something, I don't know. So I stopped using it, but I'm about to, that's gonna be my go-to for the next couple of months, because I wanna use it up and make sure that it gets used well. But it has such good coverage. It's full coverage foundation. So anyways, all that to say, I'm done pretty much with my base. And the only thing I did differently this time around was, instead of using the Nars Sheer Glow foundation and the Even Better Clinical Serum foundation, which I love both of those, I used the Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation by Tarte. So now let's get into my cheeks contour bronzer type moment. So I have been, this is like a blur, it's called Sun Chaser Blur and Sculpt Bronzing Powder in the shade Paloma. This is by Thrive Cosmetics as well. And I stopped really using like hard contours because the cream, again, I don't know what it is with my skin, if it's the two types of products that I'm trying to blend together and they just don't mesh well, but I was using the Fenty Beauty contour and I was putting that underneath of my foundation. But when I found when I went to go apply my bronzer that I guess the cream and the powder didn't mesh well together, or whatever the case may be. So now I've just been kind of using just the bronzing powders to create kind of like a kind of vibe. And I've actually been doing them even lighter than usual, because typically I'll go pretty hard on them, but I've been doing them lighter than usual and kind of just sticking to having my foundation, because I've been trying to make sure that I perfect my foundation, like matching it as much as possible and not relying on other additives to make it work with my complexion. But anyways, the base is done. We've got the contour, we've got the cheek, we've got the foundation. So now let's get into my favorite part, which is the eye. So if you know me, you know that I am loyal to my nude or brown tones. So we are going to use, this is the 9R Bronze Metal Morphe palette. It has really pretty colors, really nice. And then also, I've talked about this one before, this is the Nars palette. This is the Afterglow. So both really pretty colors. So I'm gonna start out, this is the shade Looks Rich, right? Yeah, Looks Rich. And I was tempted, I was like, maybe I should go ahead and do the tutorial for this like brown smoky eye, but I think I'm actually gonna keep it pretty chill today. The thing with Morphe palettes, actually Morphe palettes, the fall off is not as bad, but Nars palettes, their fall off is a little, or fallout, excuse me, is a little bit more intense. But we just started out really great. And I really love, for whatever reason, even though I have this nice hooded eye that I work with, I love doing eyeshadow. That's literally my favorite part of my makeup. But this is just something different that I've been using. I kind of got off topic from like my mental health talk, but I wanted to talk to you guys about this makeup stuff. I feel like, just kind of reverting back to that conversation very quickly, I feel like when the time comes and I'm ready and I am ready to share those things, I hope that my audience and you guys will be just like really welcoming and understanding, and you guys have been so great and I'm really grateful. Honestly, I haven't really sat down and said thank y'all so much for continuously supporting me, coming over to my YouTube channel, you know, if you follow me on all 3 platforms that I'm on, I love you literally so much from the bottom of my heart. But when I feel like I'm ready to share those things, I will. And I hope that, you know, people are kind, because I am very sensitive. I know that when you start sharing things and, you know, numbers start to go up, you know, just in general, not just from sharing things, but just in general. Social media is very overwhelming just in general, but people, like I said, can be very mean. And I just hope that when I do start sharing these things, obviously people are gonna have their opinions. I have never, not yet anyways, I haven't like cried on my socials or like showed myself crying. And I know like some people take that as like, oh, why are they filming them? They're just like trying to seek attention. And I feel like for me, like, I have always preached that vulnerability is a superpower, and I stand by that. And I want to be someone who, you know, always encourages people to remain vulnerable, because we don't have enough of that in this world. And so many people, this world will try to harden you, right? This world will try and, you know, tell you to man up or woman up or just be strong. But like sometimes you need to just be soft, and sometimes like you need people to accept your softness. When I do go to, you know, share things, more things about my life and my mental health journey, I do hope that people accept it with open arms and an understanding heart. I know not everybody will, and that's okay, that's fine. I will be okay with that eventually when I kind of work up the nerve to start sharing these things. I know it's going to come with a lot of responsibility, but I just like, for now, you know, want to be able to share and encourage people to, like, whatever you're going through, whatever bad day is happening, like this bad day for me, they're gonna come, right? Bad days are gonna happen. We've all had them. We will all continue to have them, you know. And there's kind of like, I don't want to say there's nothing that we can do about it, but they are inevitable, and we can't always, you know, not every day is going to be the best day ever. Not every day is going to be a great day. All we can do when those days come around is the best that we can. And that's what I want to continue to use my platform to share with people and to kind of commune with people about, because again, there's just not enough of that in this world. Saying all that to say, if you're out there and you're not having a great day, if things are, you're going through some turmoil, trust me, I get it. I get it. It happens. The key is, don't give up. Don't give up. Keep working towards improving your mental health, whatever that looks like for you. And have some grace with yourself. I think that, like, my issue and something that I, you know, deal with on a regular basis is not having enough of that for myself, because I've come a really, I said I wasn't gonna cry in this. I said this was not gonna be the video that I cried in. But I've come a really long way, you know, in my journey with mental health and just with like personal growth, and there's just so much further to go. But I want to make sure that I always encourage people that to like look at how far you've come, right? So anyways, that's my tidbit. I wanted to also tell you guys what I just used. So on the inner part, I used these two, kind of just mixed them together, and those two are Stun On 'Em and Get Glitzed. Okay, so now I'm just going in with this is the Milk Makeup Kush Mascara, and I am actually going to, I've been getting better at putting on lashes, yay me. I'm going to pop on some lashes, or attempt to just pop them on, lol. Typically, y'all know I am a girl that will just, you know, rock my own lashes, but I've been trying to get more comfortable with wearing strip lashes because I just am not good with the lash extensions. And as much as I do love my lashes, sometimes you just want that little extra, you know, I don't know what it is, but that. So I'm going to put on, this is, I actually got the Ardell Professional. These are the natural lashes. And it came with a bonus sixth pair, but they're just like really, they just kind of add a little bit more volume to my eye, which I kind of like. All right, you all, they're on. Are they perfect? Absolutely, positively, probably not, but they're on and they are working for me right now. I feel like, I don't know if it's the light or what. Let me pick y'all up. Okay, this is a little bit better. Okay, so you can see, I'm just gonna use the NYX Matte Finish. It is matte season, sweeties. The weather is heating up, and so that is what I use in the summertime or springtime, summertime when it starts to get hot out. You need a nice matte finish because the sweat do be real. Okay, so I have gone over my entire wash day routine with you all in a different video. So if you have not seen that video and you would like to, go. It's a couple of videos back. I think it was actually the second video that I ever put out. So it's there. I am not going to probably do another video like that until I don't know, do like some different style. I really wanted to film my blowout for y'all, but I wanted to make sure that I perfected my process before I show y'all what I do, because if I show you when I'm just like doing it myself and I'm still trying to figure it out, because the last blowout I did, girl, when I'd say heat damage, and I don't know, I don't like to put things out where I'm still unsure about what I'm doing in some aspects of things. So until I perfect it, which I feel like this last go round I really did, it came out really great, and also I had minimal heat damage. So at any rate, I will maybe make that a different video. Blowout season is about to be leaving us, so maybe I'll make that something that I do in the fall, or if I do blow dry my hair sometime soon, I will kind of show you guys the process. So anyways, back to going from straight to curly. Before I kind of went ahead with the flat ironing process, I trimmed my hair. So I took about, I want to say like 1.5 inches. It might have just been like 1 inch and some change off of my hair. So it is pretty, like, you know, my twists here normally come down to about here. So they're right here. That was number one. And so when I went to revert it back to curly, I was a little worried because I did put, you know, a little bit more heat than I typically do on my hair. Y'all know what? I also just realized that I don't have a lip on, and I didn't talk to y'all about any lips. So for the time being, I'm gonna throw on a lip gloss so that my lips don't look ashy, and we will come back to lips a little bit later. This is a prime example of me being in shambles. We got the lip going. So anyways, so trimmed my hair. When I went to go wash it, you know, the curls came back. We love that, but I was just a little bit nervous, so I went ahead and applied before, like, rinse my hair. Didn't wash it yet, but rinse my hair. Applied the Olaplex hair perfector. I heard a lot about this product and it did work really great. I like the texture, I like the feel of it, I liked the smell of it. You know, it was really good for just strengthening my hair and kind of making sure that my curls came back really well. This is something that you're supposed to use 1 to 2 times per week. If your hair is damaged, 2 to 3 times per week. I only wash my hair once a week, so I would use it once a week. But do you see how small this bottle is? This retails at, like, I believe either $23 or $28. I have to double check, but it retails in the 20s. And do you see, this is a small bottle, and look how much I used. So I want to find potentially an alternative to this because I really liked it. I really did. But I think the main thing with reverting my hair back and it not being super, super damaged was, 1, I cut it before. 2, I waited about 2 to 3 days in between blow drying and actually flat ironing my hair. So after I blew it dry, I just put it in Bantu knots so that it still gave it a wave. But I didn't have it, I'll insert a picture right here if I can find it, but I didn't have it flat ironed immediately. And I actually learned this from my friend her name on Instagram is Goldie Naps, but Yana, that you're supposed to wait to flat iron your hair after blow drying it, because it really, the hair follicle is really, really sensitive and it's swollen and exposed. So you're supposed to wait about maybe 24 hours or just a little bit of time in between blowing it dry and putting actual heat on it. So I took her advice and it worked really well when I reverted back to curly. But I do, as much as I like this Olaplex, I do want to try and find an alternative to it and see what else is out there in terms of a like pre-wash kind of treatment that's good for your hair. But it was really good. I liked it a lot. After I used that, I went in with the herbal essences. This is the jojoba oil and lavender. This is specifically their curl line. So this is the shampoo and the conditioner. The conditioner is a revitalizant conditioner, so it really helps with revitalizing your curls and making sure that they are super moisturized. And moisture and kind of strengthening was the goal of this go round with my hair, because I was reverting it from straight to curly and I was really nervous, y'all. I was really nervous. So after that, I went in with I didn't do a deep conditioner. Instead, I did the Hydrofuze Intense Moisturizing Treatment by Mizani. And I don't know if I've mentioned Mizani in my YouTube videos before. I actually use their gel to do my hair, to twist it, so I'll show you guys that in a second. But their products are professional level products and they are amazing. When I tell you amazing, like no other gels work for my hair, but this coil oil gel works great. Okay, so anyways, I applied this. I let it sit for, you're supposed to let it sit, let me see, blah, 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 blah. It actually doesn't say. It doesn't say how long you're supposed to keep it on for, but I kept it on for about 25 minutes. And I didn't put a cap on my head, but it does say to, if you want to really get the hydration into your hair follicle, to sit under a dryer with a cap on your head, and that really helps, or a steamer, which, you know, we should all know by now, that really does help. But I did not, just because I don't have a steamer or a dryer here. This bottle is $33, but look how big it is. Like, this is 20 something dollars. This is $33. Is the math? All right, y'all understand. But Mizani is that girl. And then last, I used the Herbal Essences Detangling Cream, and this is a leave-in can't speak. This is a leave-in detangling cream, so I just put it on before I was getting out of the shower after I had rinsed out the Hydrofuze, and it actually worked really great and it paired really well with styling my hair. So to style, this is the Perfect Coil Oil Gel by Mizani. This is a gem. No other gels besides, I believe, the Uncle Funky's Daughter gel works for my hair. This is that girl. That girl. Love her. So I don't know if it's the fact that it has like the oil in it that makes my hair not super flaky, because every other gel I've used makes my hair so flaky. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my hair down, and as I say this, my hair will probably flake up, but no, I mean, even when I go to unravel, like, it's not super flaky, like, it's just pristine. Like, look at this. Anytime I use any other gel, the flakes, the residue, it's horrible. It's so bad. So actually, to take down, I didn't do it just now, but to take down, I'm going to apply the Olaplex number 7. This is the bonding oil. And this is actually also really great to apply to your hair prior to putting heat on it. And I actually did that. I put it on before I blew it dry, and then I also put a little tiny bit on before I flat ironed my hair. But I'm just gonna use it, and it's gonna help with making sure that my hair doesn't flake up a bunch, and also with just like making sure that I don't get a whole bunch of frizz. So I'm gonna take some time and take this down. Y'all know, if you watch my other video, taking down my hair, obviously it doesn't take as much time to put it up, but taking down my hair takes pretty much a good amount of time, and it takes almost as long as it takes for me to actually do it. All right, you all, I am pretty much done. I literally just did the entire process that I showed you with that one little twist, but look how defined it came out. Look at the fact that there's a little tiny bit of a cast. Like, it's the smallest little bit, and I don't even know if you guys can see it, but there's like on a piece here or there where I just applied too much. There's a little bit of a cast, but otherwise, y'all, literally, my hair came out perfect. So, I applied the Olaplex blending oil, like I said, to take it out. Ooh, to take it out, I just dropped the top. And that just added so much shine. I probably will end up, it normally gets big on its own. It's a little short right now because I cut it. Told y'all, I cut it. But it looks great. The quality of my curls are amazing, and sometimes you just gotta cut it off in order to, you know, thrive, and that is a metaphor for life. So anyways, that's pretty much all I want to show you all today. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Let me know what else you want to see, what other type of content you want to see. Thank you guys for supporting and continuing to support me. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.